What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the show. Before I introduce my very special guest, and man, do I have a treat for you. We're going to talk about rookie quarterbacks. We're going to talk about their stats, how they've been performing, what's going on with Michael Penix, why didn't he take a start last weekend, but also as well, maybe amongst these rookie quarterbacks, and man, is there a lot of them? I think someone might be fool's gold. I think we might get tricked, or maybe not. Maybe this is the most legendary rookie class of all time. But before we get into that, before we talk about Jaden Daniels, as I like to call Caleb Williams, the nail polish assassin, we're gonna get into a bunch of people today. But before I do that, I got special guests, one of the baddest men west of the Mississippi, NFL Mike of Mike on the Mic Sports. How you doing today, man?
Doing great, man. Happy to be back on the show. It's been a while. It's been a year, I think. It's been a long time, so I'm excited to be back.
Absolutely. Mike, man, you crank out viral video after viral video, and it's only right that two kings can come together and break bread and have some Thanksgiving over some football, man. So blessed to have you on. Ladies and gentlemen, before you even subscribe and hit dislike on this video, man, whatever you decide to do, man, make sure you go in the description of this video, and all of his socials gonna be there, man. So let's jump into it. So we're gonna talk about Michael Penix, Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy. Yes, he's out for season. That really stinks, but we're gonna touch upon him real briefly. Caleb Williams, Spencer Rattler, because Derek Carr really ain't all that anymore. So he could be fighting for a spot. And then we got Jaden Daniels. So those will be the quarterbacks that we're gonna take and talk about today. Let's kick it off with Michael Penix. Now, the first week, he had 104 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Obviously, it's crazy they drafted him because we all know Kirk Cousins is the man over there, but he's possibly on a short leash. And
I actually saw something. I saw head coach already spoke on the matter, and at the press conference, he was saying Penix has shown to the team in practice and in the first preseason game that he is a player that does not need to play in the preseason anymore. That's his quote. That's crazy, right? To say that. That just stokes the flame even more. Like, he said that exactly. I could have a word off here or there, so don't exact quote it, but that is exactly what he said. That we don't need to play him anymore because he's proven that he's not a preseason player.
Man, he's not a crash dummy.
Yeah.
He's not a crash dummy.
What happened to JJ McCarthy last week? They saw it.
Yeah. And I think it was that play where JJ had, and I'll be honest with you, I'm going to say some stuff here. JJ McCarthy blew me away, and I know it's preseason, but let's be honest, this is the most lit preseason I've ever seen in my life. This is lit, and I love it. But I want to say, like, he balled out, and we got to give respect where respect is due and credit is due, man. JJ McCarthy balled out, and yes, it's Sam Darnold's team right now only because JJ is, hey, hold my jock strap while I get better kind of thing, Yeah. But, I'll be honest with you, I always saw him just kind of as like a team role player. Michigan's defense carried that team. And then there was his pro day where he was overthrowing people, and there's the media, they like to hype up stuff, sometimes rightfully so. So I wasn't really feeling the pick, and I think he should have went day 3, but man, I'm eating crow blended up in a blender and drinking it because JJ was ball. So he's definitely not fool's gold. Nor is Michael Penix. Man, what are your thoughts on Bo Nix, man?
It's interesting. I like what he's doing in the preseason so far. I have been watching it. I've been keeping close tabs, especially because I'm on the AFC West roundtable now once a week. It's this big network. They asked me to represent the Chargers, so I'm on there, and I'm always battling with Broncos fans. So I'm watching it closely, and he does look good. They do have reasons to be excited. But I also want to just everyone to keep in mind, it's against backups. I want everyone to keep in mind that he's had a very clean pocket, and something that I don't anticipate out of the Denver offensive line unless it's very improved against starting caliber defensive lines, especially in the division with what the Raiders have built. The Chargers are 7 deep in the pass rusher department, and the Chiefs have the studs that they have at edge as well in Karlaftis. So I think that it's going to be a lot different come season time. I don't think Bo Nix is going out there and throw because he's on track to throw for like 300 yards every freaking game right now. I don't think that's what's going to happen when he first starts off this year, because once the pressure and the heat is on, it's going to be a little bit different. But you can't knock the guy for going out there and doing what he should do against backups if he's going to be the QB1 and really just taking control of the job.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's crazy because he was, what did he play, 6 years of college football? It might have been 7. He had a long career, man. And what's crazy, he played for years and years at Auburn. We saw what kind of player he was. Played for a little bit at Oregon as well too. Balled out, but at the same time, it's like, man, we've seen all we needed to see. So I was just like, okay, he'll be a day 3 guy as well. And I'm eating crow again, man. I guess crow is just part of my diet, Mike. And he balled out. But again, like you said, it's backups, people fighting for a roster spot, trying to make a name for themselves as well too. So once you're going against Karlaftis, once you're going against Khalil Mack, Bosa, man, you're going up against. You brought up a good point. In that division, all the D lines are pretty good, with the exception of the Broncos, but like all the D lines are very, very well. So he's gonna have to go up against some big talent. The pro for him is his play action skills are amazing. Like he could throw on the run, and he's mobile as well too, even though he's really a pocket QB. But that mobility is helping him out a lot. Moving on to Spencer Rattler. So last weekend he went 4 for 8, 27 yards, and he's had 97 yards total. Are you really impressed with him, or you think he's just fool's gold, man?
I'm not super impressed with him. I've seen some nasty looking plays too, like some ugly plays. I don't know if you saw yesterday's preseason game yet, but there's some fumbles in there. There's some throws in there that it's just like you can't even be on the field doing that. This isn't going to work. That's backup. That's preseason. That's what we expect to see right there out of Spencer Rattler. But the Saints QB situation is interesting, and there's an opportunity there for someone to kind of grab the reins if Derek Carr slips up or is injured again. Knock on wood. We don't want either one of those things to happen, because I want the Raiders to look absolutely stupid for letting Derek Carr go, and then they have the QB situation that they have right now. But if Derek Carr struggles, or if he's dealing with injuries again, there's a hole there for Rattler to fill in. But unfortunately, I think it would be a fill in to get the Saints into position to draft somebody if the event of that happens. Otherwise, Rattler's not going to ever find the starting lineup, I don't think.
Yeah, it's crazy. When they first got him, I was like, wow, that's what a pickup. But let's be real. I forget what his first name is. Haener, the other quarterback.
A lot of them, he played well last preseason. A lot of Saints fans liked him, and it's just like we got 6 QBs in the first round this past draft.
Crazy.
We usually get a lot of QBs early, and then there's a break until the second and third rounds. Yeah. And I never will cheer drafting the 6th quarterback with the 12th overall pick. It's just you can't do that. But it's just the desperateness for quarterbacks. Everyone sees it, that you can't take down the teams that need to be taken down to get to where you want to go if you don't have a quarterback. So it's kind of pushing all the quarterbacks up in the draft, including Rattler, a guy that, like you said, would probably be a day 3 guy, in any situation, and not have any chance of playing and be a guy that might not make the team. But here he is, maybe fighting for QB2, which is an assumed chance at QB1.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, we all saw the show on Netflix where he was just being a prick to his teammates, man. Just, you talk about Skip Bayless level of low blow. Like, he was just being very disrespectful.
Doug, the thing is when you get to the NFL, you ain't going to be able to do that. It's just not going to fly.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Like, you're the big shot. You're the star quarterback there. But
in high school,
try and do that as the backup quarterback of the New Orleans Saints to Cam Jordan. See what happens.
Yeah. You won't get choke slam. It's going to be bad. It's going to be so bad for you. Man, what happened? He's in concussion protocol. It's like, I don't know, coach. He was in the shower. He just slipped and fell, man. I don't know.
Like they got cut.
He could. And for those who watch him, man, Mike and I are rooting for all these guys. We want everybody to win, but also we know it's the NFL, and that's not always a reality. I would say he's possibly our fool's gold candidate. But comment below. Maybe you agree or disagree. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Moving on, Drake Maye. Drake Maye of the New England Patriots, man. He looked pretty good, man. He looked pretty good. But then you have Joe Milton, right? All right. So who do you like? I want to hear what you got to say before I say my piece.
I like Drake Maye. What the heck? I don't even understand what the issue. I mean, I see why people are excited by Joe Milton. He can run around in circles in the 4th quarter of the preseason game and then throw a ball down the field. But that's not going to work on a consistent level for an entire 18-game season. Drake Maye is what the Patriots need. The questions for Drake Maye come in the weapon department around him. They have a lot of young, electric guys. A lot of guys that us as diehard football fans are ready to see play. like multiple players, but no one proven to come in and produce at a consistent wide receiver one level, and at the level it's going to take for the Patriots to have any chance in this division against these teams that they're going against. So I think that that's the situation of all these quarterbacks that could go sour really quickly. And that's where I kind of worry about Drake Maye a little bit, because you look at where Caleb Williams landed. It's kind of like a dream situation for the first overall pick to land. Jaden Daniels has a lot of support in Washington. You know, Drake Maye is sitting there as a quarterback that's drafted in range of those guys, but doesn't have Justin Jefferson out wide, doesn't have Bijan Robinson to hand the ball off to. So that's the guy I do worry about as far as the argument that he might turn into fool's gold because of the situation. And that seems to be the real determiner of success versus failure in the NFL with these rookie quarterbacks more so than not.
Yeah. And plus, not to mention, and look, as a Miami Dolphins fan, you follow the show. I love me some Miami Dolphins. But look, I root for everybody's success. You know what I mean? Because fact of the matter is, I know tons of guys throughout the league, you know, who I've interviewed and have relationships with. But, you know, and because I've interviewed them. But man, it's a first-time head coach. So we're going to find out what he's about. We're going to find out what the quarterback's about. Then they draft two quarterbacks, one in day 3, the other one day 1, you know, and I'm with you, Mike. I like Drake Maye more. He seems a little bit more polished. But then, you know, there's always like, hey, what if this guy develops and we get a Jordan Love type situation where, okay, yeah, you sit for 3 years, sit for 4 years, what have you. But then you come in and you just crush, or maybe he gets traded somewhere and blows up. Look, Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm not saying he's an elite quarterback, but he was in a situation where he's backing up Brady. He got to develop. And look, you know, dude, you took and you went very far with the 49ers. You know, obviously he's on the decline in the back end of his career, it's looking like. But we could see something even better with that with Joe Milton, because there's a guy who can throw the ball 75, 80 yards. You know what I mean? Like you hear Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, throw his ball over those mountains over there. That's Joe Milton. He probably watched that when he was a kid. He's like, I want to do that. You know, but again, Drake Maye, I think he's a little more realistic right now. But who knows? Injuries happen, things happen. He could get into a funk. He could get benched. So many things could happen. But yeah, I definitely got Drake Maye for that one. Then we got 2 more quarterbacks, man.
And there's one more layer to that, Doug, not to cut you off, is the fact that Jacoby Brissett's just in there as the starter. It's like in the mix of all of this. Yeah. Neither of these guys are even the starting quarterback as of today.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you really get to sit, enjoy the game. And Jacoby Brissett, he's just gotten better with time. You know, he really wasn't. I wasn't really feeling him when he was on the Patriots the first time. You know what I mean? Now he's back on the Patriots, and he was just a, you know, was it UDFA or day 3 pick from NC State? You know, I was just like, okay, I don't really see it. You know, he has a decent arm, but now like no, like he could pick apart offenses. I mean, he's a mid to low end starter in this league. So yeah, he'll be fun. He'll be fun for both those guys to take and learn from, for sure. But yeah, so we got 2 more quarterbacks: Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels. Caleb, 170 yards so far. I'm combining the past 2 week stats. No touchdowns, no interceptions. I remember last week he had the cross arm, the cross the chest throw, and then he connected beautifully this past weekend with Rome Odunze. Beautifully, he was connecting. And you know, obviously they're on Hard Knocks, so like people are going to microscope. Everything's under a microscope, right? They're going to say, "Oh, well, he does the nail polish thing." Look, what he does outside of the field, that's his business. But he's dope, man. And I think Chicago Bears fans, and it's weird because like 1/5 of all my subscribers are Bears fans. Every video I do about the Bears, it blows up almost like 8 times out of 10, right? And dude, they're so happy. They're so excited because you look throughout the history, they never had like, who's your guy, McMahon, Jay Cutler? Like, what is your mountain of great?
Walter Payton's their best quarterback and running back of all time.
Exactly. So, you know, so it's just one of those things, man. What I think they had Cordell Stewart on the back end of his career. Like they haven't had anybody, you know, so. I'm excited for Campbell, man.
They're always in trade talks and stuff. I'm happy for Bears as well. For Bears fans that are out there.
Exactly. Then we got Jaden Daniels, man. In my opinion, I think he might be the best quarterback out of this whole list. It's my opinion there. 123 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. I feel like they keep teasing us with him, man. They keep teasing us with him, but he looks fantastic. I love his accuracy. I love his quick release. A little concerned because in college, not in the NFL so far, but in college, he's taken a lot of hits. That's my only issue with him, and he is a slim assassin. What are your thoughts on Jaden so far?
I'm excited, man. I'm like you. In the pre-draft process, I had Jaden Daniels as my most pro-ready quarterback.
Yeah.
And if I was in the seat and I was one that had to make the choice, my job's on the line, I would have taken Jaden Daniels over Caleb Williams, although I do see the upside with Caleb Williams, and we're going to talk about him soon. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he's doing in the preseason. Again, just like I was saying with Bo Nix, you're going to prove you're the starting quarterback of this team, a team that could go to a veteran in Marcus Mariota, technically, if they wanted to. You do it in the preseason, and Jaden Daniels has done that. And they haven't even let him off the leash as a runner yet. And that's what's really exciting, is that it's been all from the pocket. It's almost like they've told him, like, hey, yeah, get down, run and slide if you need to, but we're not trying to work on the running game today. This is definitely the passing concepts. We're trying to work on timing. We're trying to work on reading the defense as you step up to the line of scrimmage in a timely manner and making the right reads. And he's done it, and he's looked exciting. And exactly what I was saying in the pre-draft process about his poise in the pocket, his ability to just stand tall in there and deliver passes with accuracy, and that being more pro-ready and being a more pro style, and is going to lead to more immediate success than Caleb Williams is, stand there for 4 seconds, and if it's not working, now let's start mixing things up and see what I can do. Jaden Daniels is not like that. So I think that he's looked how I expect him to look, and I think that he should be the favorite to win Rookie of the Year, even though he's not.
Yeah. Oh man, we could totally see. I could see. I could see that. I could see Jaden. It's gonna be between, in my opinion, well, for whatever it's worth, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, or Bo Nix. But if I had to choose between those three rookie quarterbacks, I'm gonna say Jaden all day, man.
I just think numbers-wise, he's gonna put up the most numbers. I think that he's in the division that has the most room for the Commanders to find out some success.
Yeah,
I like the Bears team. I just don't know how much it's going to just immediately click. And in this division's tough. Yeah, I'm not going to say that the Bears with the rookie quarterback, even if it's Caleb Williams, are going to win more than 10 games this year. And that's not coming in second. So,
that division's brutal, bro. Like, Packers are on. Like, they could be in the NFC Championship again.
For the awards, I think Jaden Daniels is in that driver's seat where if he puts up the numbers and it's close, and the Commanders are 8-9 or 9-8, he's going to win Rookie of the Year.
I love it. I love it, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, comment below on who your favorite rookie quarterback is so far this preseason. Also, as well, comment below who you think is the fool's gold. Who is out here tricking people into thinking that they're a good quarterback? Is it Spencer Rattler? Is it Drake Maye? Maybe you're just a psychopath and you think that is Bo Nix. I don't know, but explain your logic and tell me how much you hate this episode or love it, either or. I'll see you on the comment section. Also, I want to thank my special guest of the day, NFL Mike of Mike on the Mike Sports, man. Oh, we got the Herbert.
Yeah, here's my logic, Doug. Here's why Bo Nix is going to be a bust, because there will never be another Herbert. You can't just rock 10 and come from Oregon and stand 6'5" and try and copy his style, his throwing motion. Get out of here.
I love
There's
it.
Only one. There's only one. There's only one.
Herbert, man, he gonna get a ring. He'll be the quarterback to bring a ring to I was gonna say San Diego, but to the LA Chargers, man. And
God willing.
Man, great things on the way, man, especially with Harbaugh, man. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to take and follow my guests. I have all his socials down in the description. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith. Thank you for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where we have exclusive NFL content and exclusive NFL interviews. Be sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. Follow us on social media. See you on the next one.